Yeah, hi Rahul. So I was going through the CUDA setup for setting up the GPU and running it locally. But it seems like the application is very demanding on the CPU performance. Even to make it run, we have to install few of external utilities, like all these things, like the torch versions, GFpan, clip, all these support libraries we have to install. And I have found several Azure N3 series GPU enabled VMs. So these are the virtual cores on the GPU and the number of GPUs you can select. And these are the GPU optimized VM machines, all these things. And on my machine, these are the configurations. There's two GPU, one is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050, but I tried to set it up, the stable diffusion. This is the model that we are using. Uh, STV crypt, and here is what it has set up. We have the model set it up on the CUDA. Stable diffusion, STKV crypt, as well as the other one. The plugins are installed over here. GFPGAN, which is I have externally downloaded over here. GFPGAN master. Here is the plugin for that phase masteration. And when I'm trying this, I will let you know what's happening. Yeah, previously I have installed all these things, so now it is directly launching the UI with arguments. But you can see the pressure it is giving on the CPU. It's peaking to the maximum, 100% it is using, but still it is struggling to produce an image because that much work it is scheduling to the CPU, GPU. Let's see. Even the CPU it is you're trying to. I have 8 cores. All the cores are now almost completely used. Okay, now it is started, and the CPU is on full potential. The 3D core is on the full potential. I will just. Okay. Now this URL. Here is where the CUDA engine runs. And you can see that the stable diffusion UI comes locally in the local IP address. And but the issue is you can see how much pressure it is forcing on the GPU even for running the runtime. Now it is only just running the runtime. It didn't started making the images. But if I say like the pressure on the CPU is too much and it's almost full. Mm. It's not able to generate the image, and when I'm seeing the console it says error on completing the request, probably because there are GPU incompatibilities, because it is trying to run the self diffusion models which may not support on this GPU. So when we are selecting the GPUs uh, we have to be clear on what we are taking up, and there are couple of ways we can just trying one other way. There is a way to now I have interrupted it scheduling the job. starting it again. Now it's done with the CPU, GPU. I'm just with the stable diffusion model. I'm just trying to run it again. So even with it is trying to use all my octa cores, it is taking time to load it up. So that means it is a very big pressure on the CPUs and GPUs. So now I have added the command so that it's trying to optimize um, some of the um, texture graphics. So let me try to run it again. You can see the CPU is bumping up. And still it's not able to produce what it says. Diffusion reserved in total, 5 reserved memory is allocated. 2.33 GB already allocated. CUDA out of memory. See, this is the issue because it's a CUDA supported GPU. Even with that, that is a high-end GPU. So even with that, I'm running out of memory on my try to allocate 24 GB total capacity. So this can work if you run on a very high-end system. For my system, it is running out of memory. So that's what I can say. Unless I have a system, I cannot test it out. So I was able to run it, but set it up locally and configure it. But we need a very high power system to run it at least. Yep. That's it, Rahul. Thank you.